Hey everybody, how's it going? I know it's the day after the election, and I'm still going to do an angel card because I think we could all use it. And let's just see what the energy tells us, what the angel cards want to tell us for tomorrow, November 7th, okay? I'm still feeling optimistic. Just want you guys to know. You know, I don't predict stuff, but I am feeling optimistic that there's some truth to what we've been talking about if you've been on the channel. And let's just wait and see, okay? Maybe sometime in November. Let's just wait and see. I've been sitting around most of the day trying to deal. But now I don't know. I decided to ask the SGs what was going on. And so we'll see. All I'm saying is I'm going to feel optimistic. And I think if nothing changes, at least by that point, I will be in acceptance mode more. You know what I mean? So it's going to help me to just trust. You know, I'm trying not to give too much detail just because I'm a little gun shy about doing that. So, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But in the meantime, I don't feel gun shy about doing angel card because I do really love the idea that whoever stumbles upon this video will find this card, that, you know, the day that you find this video will be the day that this message would be great for you. And I love that. So you might not get this on November 7th. You might get it on December 13th. And then at that point, this card is, you know, let me know in the comments if, you know, if this is the card that was like meant for you that day, you know. Okay, so first I say a little prayer. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides and guardians, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect this channel so it's only of the light. Amen. Okay, so can you guys please pull a card? This is the day after the election where, you know, half the population is feeling pretty uncomfortable, pretty disturbed, feeling very sad, angry. And can you help if folks are getting this with regards to the election is what I'm asking. What message would you like to give? And if it's not, if this is far out in the future, if this is, you know, can you please give a message to whoever you know is going to stumble upon this video and, and, you know, make it the right one for them that day. That would be awesome. I'll show you guys the card deck that I'm using in a minute. I'm just shuffling, so I'm just kind of waiting for, as I kind of ask for that intention, what kind of message do you want anybody who is going to be coming and watching this video? All right, so the card deck that I'm using, and I do have a link in the description, are those angel cards. I just love them. These are my first deck, and I just, every time, and then I do have this accompanying book. You get a little tiny booklet with it. But I like the big book. It's the big book. Yeah, it was the first deck I bought. I never really understood tarot, but I understood angels. And it is called Angels Tarot cards, but I just always see them as angel cards. Okay. Let's see. This is the 5 of Fire. Okay, so before we look at the description, anything jump out to you? The 5 of Fire. Anything jump out to you? Anything, you know, feel good to you? Feel like something you should pay attention to? I can see for me. Okay, so this card is saying competing goals, bothersome details, and conflict with others. Interesting. The day after the election. Okay. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflict with others. I am very drawn to like this. First of all, I like bright colors anyways, but I never seen this before. That kind of, I can't do this. Oh, there. See that color kind of in the background? It's really weird doing this on the camera. See that color right there? I was very drawn to that, and it kind of goes all the way around. I don't know. It makes me feel supported, actually. It's interesting. How do you guys feel about what images? Okay, so let's read more detail about what the Five of Fire is. And you can be on your way for the day. Okay, so the Five of Fire, it's a fact that sometimes there's conflict in our lives. The conflict may be with others or with trying to choose which issue requires our attention first. While these challenges may seem to be coming from outside ourselves, the law of attraction can sometimes bring people into our lives who can mirror unresolved issues that we've internalized. For this reason, when this card is drawn, it's a good idea to review the possibility that the real difficulty we're facing comes from within. This card can also represent more benign challenges such as athletic competitions, contests at work, or other changes to prove ourselves to our peers. So this feels like a very good message for the day after the election, especially if you're getting it for that time period. So yeah, I mean, it's a fact that sometimes there's conflict in our lives, obviously, right? The conflict may be with others or with trying to choose which issue requires our attention first. While these challenges may seem to be coming from outside ourselves, the law of attraction can sometimes bring people into our lives who can mirror unresolved issues. I think, it's interesting because as I've been processing my feelings about the election results, other things were coming up today for me. I don't know if that happened to you guys when, depending on when you're watching this. And I talked to my husband about it, there was things that were coming up for me, is why I think I was so triggered. So that's very interesting. So the law of attraction can sometimes bring people into our lives who can mirror unresolved issues that we've internalized. So just think about that. Okay, symbolism. Wands posted in the ground present themselves in a configuration that appears to block our way. We can't get past them or even see what's going on behind them. Interesting. 5 is the number of change. Without a change in our perception of the situation or the way in which we're going about our tasks, the barrier will remain. The flowers that bloom in the early cards of the suit. Okay, so there's, like the 1 through 4, to indicate great opportunities are now missing. Okay, so the flowers that bloomed in the early cards of the suit to indicate great opportunities are now missing. All right. Oh, it says see the Ace of Fire. Okay. We need to review the experiences that we're creating for ourselves to validate that they're what we want. The top 3 wands appear to dominate the lower 2. The upper wands are the colors of the orange sacral chakra, issues regarding our self-worth. The red root chakra, concerns about our basic needs, right? For those of you who did not get the election results that we wanted. And the light blue throat chakra, how we communicate. It is possible that we feel unsafe and are voicing our frustration from these 3 areas instead of coming from the green heart chakra. Emotions such as love. Or our violet crown chakra, our spiritual selves. Okay, so if you're seeing this, there is a chance that we are some feelings of self-worth, like lower self-worth are coming up, concerns about our basic needs, which I know happens to be the case with the current outcome of the election, and how we communicate. Okay. So very interesting. What was I going to say about this? It'll come back to me. Okay. This is card 27. The 2 energy of this number reminds us that if we focus on the positive, then the law of attraction will bring it to us. However, if our minds are buried in fear and worry, then anything we're concerned about will come to us. In every challenge, there's a lesson that will put us on the right path that comes with the 7 energy. I think the part that I was drawn to is the wands posted into the ground present themselves in a configuration that appears to block our way. We can't get past them or even see what's going on behind them. So remember what I said before I started this reading? Just feeling like something's going on. We can't quite see it. Okay? All right. Together, these numbers reduce to 9, 2, and 7. Okay, so remember this card is 27. So together, these numbers reduce to 9, 2 plus 7. A number of service to others and ourselves, as well as one that brings more light into the world while we're fulfilling our purpose for being on earth. We need to give thanks for the lessons learned so that our happiness continues to grow as time goes by. So the astrology, there's one more little quick section on here. I gotta change my... Okay, so the astrology is Saturn in Leo is the astrological attribution for the 5 of fire. Saturn is the planet where we feel restricted or limited in what we're trying to accomplish. Anybody feeling restricted or limited right now? Leo is known for being a sign that wants to shine and be noticed. It has a strong need to be recognized for its accomplishments and even who or what it is. The pairing of these 2 energies can cause us to undervalue ourselves or our goals. I was certainly feeling that way today. Internal conflicts may develop that cause us to stop trying. Then, heaven, which wants us to be all that we can be, presents us with an external challenge that reflects our inner one. We must break through the 5 wands that block our progress. Interesting. All right. Leave me a comment in the chat. I'd love to hear what your interpretation is. I think other people would love to hear it. I can't believe how much I can learn just by reading people's comments and kind of what you're seeing and what you're dealing with and what message you got. It really helps to hear. It helps me to read, the messages that people are getting, how it's applying to your life right now. So, all right, have an amazing day, and we'll see you for the angel card reading tomorrow.